A very good afternoon. You're watching News9 with me, Akshita. And first up, we've got some big news coming in. Prominent Kannada literatures come out in support of UR Ananthamurthy. Writers stage a silent protest in front of Ananthamurthy's house in Dollars Colony. Professor G.K. Govind Rao, K. Marilu Siddappa, S.G. Siddaramaiah, L. Hanumantayya stage a protest, and besides that, Dalit Sangh leaders also joined the protests. The writers protest against BJP after their workers allegedly threatened Ananthamurthy. URA's anti-Modi stand had sparked angry reactions from the BJP camp, and additional security was also provided to him. But now prominent Kannada literature writers have come together to stage a protest, a silent protest in front of Ananthamurthy's house. These are the prominent men present for that protest, besides Dalit Sangh leaders who have joined hands and are now demanding action against all those who threatened UR Ananthamurthy. So, of course, this is coming after UR Ananthamurthy alleged that he was given threat calls by BJP workers or supporters, and it is in protest against the same that these Kannada writers have now come together to stage a silent protest outside UR Ananthamurthy's house. Well, Jnanpith Award winner Kannada writer UR Ananthamurthy today said that Narendra Modi needs to take care of the intolerance prevailing in the RSS or the Parivar after allegedly receiving threatening calls from some BJP workers. Ananthamurthy received some unpleasant calls after the BJP-led NDA's victory last week and has now been provided with police protection, as the former had said that he would not live in a country that is ruled by Narendra Modi in September last year.
After Narendra Modi becoming the Prime Minister, the PM designate, a lot of people are saying that they will send travel itineraries to you to leave the country.
A bit mean of them.
Do you think that this is growing intolerance, or are you worried about it?
Certain intolerance which you find in the Parivar. This is what I was afraid. It was there before they came to power, and after that coming to power with such good number, they should not be playing on a certain lapse in my speech, you see. It was a lapse. I said, I can't live in a country with him as a Prime Minister. That got lapsed into, I won't live in that country. And they have held on to it. And they have not bought the ticket yet. I not only belong to India, I belong to Karnataka, I belong to Kannada, I am one of its writers who will be remembered even perhaps after I am gone. I am not worried very much about myself because I have always grown up, expressing whatever I want to say. But there will be intolerance unless Modi takes extra care of that, because it comes from one of the lowest classes, and so it is one of the dreams of India that somebody from the very low caste should rise very high. Was the dream of Gandhi, was the dream of Ambedkar, was the dream of everyone. And that has happened. And when it happens, it should not happen like Hitler coming to power. That's all.
Well, in fact, UR Ananthamurthy stating that this is exactly what he was afraid of, and that Modi should ensure he does not become a Hitler. He's also gone on to state that Narendra Modi should personally ensure that such incidents do not take place, and that once, of course, Modi comes to power, these kind of fringe elements will, in fact, only grow, and that is exactly why he opposed Modi in the first place. And there are indications from Islamabad that Pakistan Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif will be attending the Prime Minister's to-be Narendra Modi's swearing-in ceremony on May 26th. We saw a representative of the government speaking in Islamabad, making it very clear that today is the day they will take a decision on whether whether in fact Nawaz Sharif will attend Narendra Modi's swearing in. Remember, Modi had sent across an invitation to all SAARC nations, including Pakistan, and today we will know if in fact Nawaz Sharif will be present for that particular ceremony. But besides that, one of the representatives also went on to highlight that they are looking for cordial relations, that they're looking for India-Pakistan relations to reach an all-time high, and that besides the fact that India-Pakistan have not been on the best of terms in the past, they also went on to state that with a new government coming to the fore, they are hoping that in fact there will be some sort of a change in the relations. And let's listen to what Ms. Tasneem Aslam, who is the Pak spokesperson of the government, had to say.
The visit was postponed, and the two foreign officers are in touch to look at the possibility of new dates to reschedule the visit. That's about Nigeria. About the invitation to the Prime Minister to attend the inaugural ceremony of the new Indian Prime Minister. As I confirmed yesterday, the invitation was received. The Indian High Commissioner here called on the acting Foreign Secretary and delivered the invitation. In Delhi also, all the High Commissioners of SAARC countries were invited to the Foreign Office, and this invitation was reiterated there. Decision whether the Prime Minister would attend or not will be taken sometime today, and when it's done we will share it with you. It's a normal practice that if a head of government has some preoccupation, he can or she can nominate somebody else to represent. So that's a normal thing. It doesn't violate protocol in any way.
Well, that was the Foreign Office spokesperson, Ms. Tasneem Aslam, going ahead and making it clear that a decision will be taken, but at the end of the day they are going ahead and looking forward to some renewed relations between India and Pakistan, which may not be starting off on the best of notes if the Pakistan Prime Minister does not turn up for the swearing-in ceremony. And B.S. Yediyurappa has shot a letter to Narendra Modi. The former Chief Minister shot off a letter to the PM-elect after listening to his speech at the Lok Sabha on May 18th. And here are a few excerpts from the letter, and I quote, "I am writing this letter subsequent to our interaction at Gujarat Bhavan and your speech on 20th May. You expressed that BJP's victory is mainly due to the support of the public, including that of SC, ST, OBCs, youth as well. You expressed that few capable leaders must take responsibility to strengthen the party in the state. I voluntarily and wholeheartedly offer my willingness to work for the party in Karnataka. I congratulate you once again on your immense success and look forward to see you as a successful PM." Well, the letter definitely suggests that BSY is happy to work and lead the BJP in Karnataka, and this essentially suggests that it could be the end of Yediyurappa's dream to get a cabinet berth in Modi's cabinet. And of course, there's been a lot of talk about whether Yediyurappa will get a prominent post as he wished. And with all of that talk, and maybe after detailed talks with Narendra Modi himself, Yediyurappa has decided that he is better off staying in the state, staying in Karnataka and heading the affairs here. He has made it very clear, of course, that he is willing to go ahead and work for the party in Karnataka and work for the betterment of the party here. And of course, a very interesting move there, to say in the least, considering that Yediyurappa was one of those people people who were lobbying hard for a minister's berth. And with this decision, it definitely seems like Yediyurappa did not want to be put in a spot where he did not have a choice but to quit the party simply because he had aspirations that were not fulfilled. Also, this will to a great extent satisfy Narendra Modi, as he could have been in a spot of bother if Yediyurappa wanted a post and did not get the same. And what we do understand is that Yediyurappa in this letter has also gone on to state quite clearly that he is more than happy to work in whatever role Narendra Modi gives to him, but would prefer working for the party in the state. And news and updates continue on